What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LCX token today at the request of Yuki Takiro. We're doing this for you, my friend. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it and not waste any more time. Here we are, LCX, on this, the 16th of December, Monday. Early hours, right? We're about 3 hours into the new day here. Maybe not even. How many hours are we in? Okay, almost 4 hours actually. Anyways, 33.5 cents, essentially 33.5 cents right now. Looks like we had a breakout move or an attempt of a breakout move. This next phase up, right? It's like you had to move up, you had to move down. You're having a move up now. I think we're in the middle of it. I think it's very obvious that this move up is stronger than this move up already. I don't think that it stops here. I do think that it progresses, but we're taking a stop for a second, a pit stop, a pause, if you would, at a previous area that we found resistance, which is totally fine. It makes sense. What we did was we found support down here, which is also at an area that we kind of continued to find support over here, kind of in the middle of that consolidation area. I'm going to make this line white. I don't know why it keeps going back to green. And that's fine. I think that that's fine. I think that it's very nice that the move happened quick and swift, and then we came back up and closed the week with a very big wick, a very small body in comparison to the wick. From a high to a low, went all the way up to your 100, finding support at the 786. What about from a low to a high? Which is fine. That by the way, is fine. That's good structure. Finding support on the 236. You know, I just made a video talking about XDC Network and how they're finding support, that their chart is finding support on the 236. And normally, I don't look for or plan on anything to find support at the 236. Normally, I would expect at least the 382. But the times that you do find support on the 236 are generally in very bullish moves up. So I think this, I don't know about you guys, but that looks like a pretty damn bullish move to me. One of the most bullish moves, if not the most bullish move that we've seen in quite a long time. So finding support at the 236 makes sense to me. I think it's fine. I think that's where we found our low. I think that we're going to continue to move up higher. I do believe that this move is on pause right now, but it's about to resume, and we're going to see some immediate growth away from these highs here. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much. From a high to a low, I would expect that the next target's here at 33 cents. The minimum target would be 61.3 cents. But you close your week for 2 weeks now in a row above the 886, right? You didn't really find resistance at the 886. You found resistance at the 100, and then you pulled back. You've shown some strength here, right? I really like the strength that you've shown here. It was a quick move down, high velocity, and then back up, right? That was probably a bear trap. We look at the daily. That, I mean, maybe not a bear trap so much, not like some of the other charts, but still, right? Probably trapped some people, shook some people out at those lows there. I personally don't believe in a situation like this that we would stop at 61.38 cents. That is the minimum target, but I don't know if that's where we stop. I'm just going to say, to me, even though it is the minimum target, I think that it might not even be worth acknowledging as a target. I think the real minimum target should probably be about 76.6 cents. That sounds right to me. We're at 33.45 cents right now. Minimum target would be about 76 cents. I think we could move as high as $1, maybe even $1.60 by the end of January. If we take, you know, this kind of move here from the low to the high, go all the way up there, and we were to just project out and see a replica of that move from that low to this high, I mean, that would take us in between the 1618 and the 1886. It's common enough to go just above your 1618 sometimes and then find resistance there. It's more common, I think, to find resistance just below it or right at it personally, but I would think if we break this high above the 1618, I would think we go to the 1886, but that's where I'm going to leave it. I think that by the end of January, LCX is probably worth $1.05 to $1.60, something in that range. Probably not this high, probably not this low, probably something in between there is what my guess would be. And if not, at a minimum, 77 cents. It's at 33.5 cents ish now. If you're looking to buy, it's probably not going to go too much lower from here. I don't think that it goes lower at all, really. If we look at the daily RSI, let's start at the 4 hour, actually. The 4 hour here, you know, you're getting overbought readings, right? Whenever you're outside the band on the upper side, this is the overbought zone. This down here is the oversold zone. Look at how reclusive it is to the oversold zone, right? It just doesn't want to be there. Look at how reclusive it is to readings underneath the 50, right? Over this last little period of time. Of course, it liked to live below the 50 here, but that was probably during more bearish times, right? Since we've been moving up, you've been showing very strong readings. You had a little bit of a move down below the 50 here. This is your bearish kind of circumstances, and you are in a downward sloping trend right now. But you bounced right off your oversold zone. You didn't get into your oversold zone. You did get into your overbought zone, showing that you're stronger on your moves up, weaker on your move, or I guess stronger on your moves down as well. You're showing strength on your moves down, but it's not like it's a strong move down. It's strong in the sense that it's a weak move down, if that makes sense. Don't worry about the wordplay there. But breaking out of this downward trend on the 4 hour would be bullish as well. And I think that you will do that. I think if you look at this top trend line here, not that it's drawn perfectly, but if you just look at all these peaks, right? This peak here, you sold off immediately. This peak here, you sold off. This peak here, sold off. This peak here, you sold off. Here, in this last little stint, you've kind of been consolidating, right? None of these peaks have this little phase of consolidation right below. So I think you're getting ready to break out of this. I think that this means, and because it's on the 4 hour time frame, I think that means that LCX is ready this week, probably over the next couple days, to start moving up again. We're going to resume this move up, right? You moved up, you went on pause, you're going to move up some more. You pulled down to your 123 moving average on the 4 hour, which some charts find significance. Look, it seems that you do actually find significance on this thing. A little bit of disrespect at times, but significance, I'd say more or less. I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking. The daily time frame, your 123 is just perked up real nice, and you've cooled way the hell off on your daily RSI as well. You've got lower lows here in the RSI while maintaining higher lows in the price. That's a bullish thing. I think you're going to resume this run and continue to move up. Also cooled off a little bit on your weekly RSI, getting out of the overbought zone. I think that's actually nice. Normally not a good thing, getting overbought and then getting out of it, but sometimes it can be the necessary cool off to see a run really progress higher and continue. And I'm not finding any examples here, but there are examples. I mean, I guess kind of here, right? You cooled off a little bit more this time, but still high and tight, and then you continued, right? This actually might be a good comparison to make right here. You went out of it or into the overbought zone, out of it, and then up later, right? You had your initial move after consolidating, initial move, you consolidated high and tight, and then look at how much you had left, right? And this move, in comparison to this move, just look at the difference, right? We're comparing this to this. So what do you think this part of the move will be in translations to this, right? It's probably going to be a lot larger. That's just my perspective, right? Anyways, guys, I got nothing else to say. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. It's definitely a good buy here for me. I give it the green light. If it goes lower, it's going to be by very insignificant amounts. And the amount of upside definitely outweighs the amount of downside it has. So LCX from here looking great. I definitely expect that we're going to have some very bullish price action going forward from this month and onward through the rest of the cycle. By the end of the cycle, I could see LCX seeing phenomenally higher prices from here. I don't think that it even has that high of a market cap. Let's see. 260 million. You guys, a coin like this is definitely 100xable. If not 100xable, 20, 40, 50, 60, anything in between. And it could be something like this, if it catches on, could be multi-100xable, right? We see this happen every cycle. And I was talking to one of my friends. I'm going to leave you guys with this. This is a little bit of a philosophy here on the note of trying to catch a 100x or a 200x, right? We both agreed that this is the hardest part about catching a 100x, okay? Shout out to Go Anders on that note. The hardest part about catching a 100x is holding through a 10x, holding through a 20x, holding through a 50x, holding through a 99x, right? You got to make it through all these other multiples first. You have to make insane gains first before you make it to 100x. The only people that make it to 100x are the people that hold through all the others, right? The only people that make it to 200x are the people that hold through all the others. And most people don't do that, right? Most people don't do that. They sell early. And that's okay. I'm not saying that this coin will 100x. I'm not saying that you should buy it and hold blindly until it sees 100x or more. Definitely don't do that. I'm just offering the perspective that if this coin does have 100x potential, you need to be aware, you need to be with it. You need to be following the channel and subscribing and hitting that like button so that you can get out at the proper times, right? Ideally, the proper times. None of this is financial advice, but I am going to give you my opinions, right? And based on my opinions, based on the logic, based on the technical analysis that's presented in front of us, I feel like we will be able to identify a proper exiting area for this coin, right? We had some bearish divergence here on our last monthly time frame. lo and behold, once the divergence formed, that was the end of the cycle. I'm not saying it'll be that cut and dry, that simple this cycle, but I am expecting that we will see phenomenally larger targets is really what I'm trying to get to, from a high to a low. The minimum target's $1.30 on your primary zone. Maximum target is $3.65. I don't think we stop there. I think we go through that, right? I definitely think that we go through that, especially with a $250 million market cap. I mean, man, really the sky's the limit for this thing. If it wanted to see prices above $30 by the end of the cycle, if there's enough hype, enough attention, enough traction behind this thing, it could. It really could. And it's worth 33 cents right now. So genuinely, I mean this, right? Because 100x from here would put it at 2.6 billion. No, I'm sorry, 26 billion. 26 billion, right? Yeah, because 10x would be 2 billion. Yeah. 26 billion. A 200x would be 52 billion. And a 300x would be 70. No, is that right? Yeah, 78 billion. 78 billion is a high market cap. 56 billion is a high market cap, right? 26 billion is a high market cap, but these are all very achievable market caps for any coin in their first cycle, right? It's not the most common thing, right? Not every coin sees those kind of gains in their first cycles, but that is the kind of limit that we see coins growing to in their first cycles. So, pushing that limit, applying it here, I mean, it's possible this thing, it could even see $100, man, if it really wanted to by the end of this cycle. Who knows? I don't think that it does. I would think more likely you probably top off somewhere around, I think, $3.65 to $25, somewhere in this zone is what I would think, with the potential to go higher. But, who knows? I don't know what brought me to this tangent talking about the all-time highs. I was just trying to end the video, but I guess I'll end the video with that, right? Nothing wrong with a little, as I like to say, a little hopium with some Delulu sprinkled on top of there. So that's that for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Load up, guys. Load the truck up. Back it up. Honk the horn. Burr, burr. It's time to load up. That was kind of lame, but I had fun doing it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.